Hallo. We are live. Ik zet even dat we live zijn. Hello Basiet. Hello Charlotte. It's our sun salute special. Easter special. Yay. So what are we going to do? A lot of sun salutes. Is the sound good for you all? Give me a thumbs up, because then we know that we can start. The only thing you need is maybe some water, maybe a little towel for the sweat we are going to have probably. And if you have like yoga towel for over your mat, that can be helpful. Yeah, and that's all right. There is a Spotify list with our sun salutes, so you can use that. Hello, you can use that as well to have a little bit background music. And we are live. So check the Yogaground Spotify list. It's the Sun Salute special. What are we talking about? Yes, of course. Thanks for all the donations you already have done. For the last 3 weeks, we were in this studio, in the studio at Wena, using our live Insta classes. And now we are back with 3 people, 1 meter distance, kind of. But thank you so much for donating us. So this is the reason that we can keep doing this and that we can keep supporting our teachers. So there is a donation link somewhere on the top link you can use, and otherwise check our website. Shall we start? Okay, let's start. Let's start with our child position for getting into the breath. Child position, moving the knees maybe a little out. You can move your head on a block or on your hands, or just move your hands forward. You can rest the forehead on the mat. And we are using this child pose to use and get into the breath. So start with observing that breath, the natural breath, moving in and out through your nose. Maybe you like to breathe a couple of times out of your mouth to let all the tension go. And then feel how the belly, the chest, the sides of the body, even the back of the body is moving with that breath. Already with those hands connected with the mat, with the towel, with the floor, feel that you can use that support of all 10 fingers pressing down into the floor. So there's maybe already a little grip. Spreading those fingertips, using the thumb, using the index, the middle, all 10 fingers pressing into the floor. And then enjoy that breath moving in and out through your nose. And try to create length in that breath. Lengthen the breath using a deeper inhale, preparing you for that longer exhale. And feel how that inhalation is opening the body, and how the exhalation is bringing it back to that center line of the body. And just be aware that this upcoming hour is sun salutations, moving with the breath. Anytime you need to pause, This is the perfect position, child pose, coming back to your breath. Using that rising and falling sensation of the belly and the chest. Using that inhale and that exhale. Slowly we walk the hands towards the knees and we come sitting onto the heels. With our shoulders above the hips. If this is too much for the knees, you can move and bring the legs forward, or you can come into a cross-legged seated. Working on the breath and the movement together, starting with an inhale to rise the arms overhead. Maybe even follow those fingertips. As we exhale, bring the arms back along the sides. Inhale, feel that you can connect that breath with that movement. Maybe a little press of the palms, connect the belly engagement. Exhale, bring them back down along the side using that full exhalation. 3 more. Inhale, opens the body. And the exhale is bringing it back to that center line, drawing the navel up and down. 2 more, inhale, follow those fingertips, using that neck as an extension of your spine. Great job, you guys. Inhale, lengthen, rising. And exhale, bring them down. Are we ready for our downward facing dog? Starting with the hands planted into the floor, spread all 10 fingers. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. And we are in a downward facing dog, maybe walking the dog a little bit, moving that left, that right heel a couple of times up and down. Feel how you can create length in the spine, moving your sit bones more up, bending the knees wherever you need. Important in this downward facing dog, that neck, the extension of that spine that is loose, is hanging, it's releasing any tension around the ears and shoulders. Maybe some nice movements for the shoulders, maybe some nice movements for the fingers, the toes, the feet, the hands, hips, wherever you want to move. A couple of breaths here. Again with that same long deep inhale. And a long extension in that exhalation. And then you feel how that breath is moving through the nose. That cold air moving up. And how you exhale that breath out of your nose. That rhythm of inhale and exhale. On your next inhalation, use your feet to walk forward. Take the time, small steps. Tiptoe those feet forward, and there's a forward fold on the top of the mat. To have a little bit more space before we go with our feet together, move them a little wider. So move them wide, hip distance maybe even wider. You can grab opposite elbows and you can sway from right to left, moving up and down. If you like a little stretch for the fingers, for the palms of the hands, for the wrists, you can bring the fingertips back. Nice stretch for the wrists. Maybe even bring those hands underneath the feet for a deeper stretch in the wrists, pressing the big toes into the palms of the hands. To support this forward fold, keep the knees bent so you feel that belly, the chest, is on those thighs. And slowly take the time to release the hands. Keep the knees bent. Press from your feet, root to rise, slowly from the spine, moving up, 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 up. Enjoy that inhalation, reaching those arms overhead, let it all press off the palms and bring them in line with the center. Centerize the body, thumbs in line with your chest bone. Great. So let's do some half sun salutes. Starting with our big toes to touch, heels can be slightly apart. If you prefer a little wider stance, be welcome. And I'm always checking the laptop. I don't know why, but the video is over there. Hi guys, it's you. Great. Let's start with some half sun salutes to get into the breath and to get into those forward folds. Remember that you can always keep the knees bent. Let's start with the inhale. Open and rise. Maybe a little press from the palms of the hands. Exhale, dive into that forward fold. Half lift, lengthens that spine. Keep the neck long. Maybe fingertips on the floor, maybe even onto those shins. As we exhale to fold, keep the navel belly in towards the back of the spine. Inhale, from your feet rooting into the floor, lifting arms, rising up and looking up. Hands in prayer in front of your chest. Centerize the body. Again, inhale, lengthen, keep that breath moving. Exhale, dive, maybe even a swan diving, but keep your knees bent whenever you need. Half lift, choose the option for your hands, fingertips. Exhale to dive, to let the head go. Release tension around neck and shoulders. Inhale, root to rise, lift the arms, looking up, follow those fingertips. Into prayer in front of your chest. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale to rise and lengthen. Exhale to dive, forward fold. Lengthen for that half lift. Forward fold, let the tension go. Rise up, use your legs, lift the arms. Exhale, centerize the body. Good. Can we do that one more time? Inhale, open and rise. Exhale, swan diving, forward fold. Inhale, come back in that rhythm of your breath. As we exhale, we fold. Lengthen, open, rise, looking up, fingertips pressing down. Exhale, centerize that body. Inhale, lift up. Follow those fingertips. Exhale, dive over. Inhale, that lengthens the spine. Exhale, we will step back into a plank position and we will bring the knees down towards the floor, tabletop. Open your chest, arch the lower back. It's our cow position. First back bend. Tuck your toes, moving into a downward facing dog, looking back. Stay there for a couple of breaths, using inhales, using exhales. Feeling how the back of the legs are today. Those hamstrings, the back of the calves, the ankles, the heels, maybe even your toes. Can you feel all 10 toes into the mat? Stepping forward, using your inhalation. Tiptoe your feet forward. Take your time. Keep your hips lifted. Use your core already for a half lift on the top of the mat. Big toes will touch. Exhale for that fold. Up and rise. Inhale. Back with those hands in prayer in front of your chest. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do that again. Keep moving with your breath. Exhale to dive. For that half lift, inhale. Moving back to a plank and bring your knees down to the floor, tabletop. Opens your chest for cow pose, arch the back. Exhale, tuck toes, push the floor away with all 10 fingers, moving into your down dog. Breathe 3, maybe even 4 breaths. Keep that slow movement in your breath. Are we okay, guys? Basiet, Charlotte, still okay, still there, still enjoying smiling faces? Good, nice. How are we doing at home? We still have that competition going on for our striker pose photos to win a Yogaground sweater for your best home practice picture. Let's do it again, walking forward with both feet. Tiptoe your feet, half lift top of mat, lengthens that spine. Exhale for your dive over your knees for your forward fold. Root to rise. Rise the arms overhead, lengthen up. Center rise, bring the hands in front of your chest, maybe elbows more out. Inhale, open. Exhale, dive. Lengthen, nice breath. Maybe already the Ujjayi breath moving through that body. Plank, knees down. Opens your chest for cow pose. Shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's move directly, walking forward, both feet. As we exhale for that fold over the knees. Rise up, inhale, looking up. Follow your breath while we bring the hands in prayer in front of the chest. Inhale, open. Press from your toes, your feet into the floor to dive over bending knees. Lengthen, move the chest bone forward, shoulder blades back. Plank position, knees onto the floor. Starting in that cow pose, opens your chest. There's a pulling sensation of your hands to the knees. As we exhale, downward facing dog. Directly moving forward, stepping both feet, maybe little bigger steps for that half lift on the top of mat. As we exhale, we dive. Inhale, press from your feet, lift the arms, lengthen the upper body. Exhale, hands in center. Inhale, let's do it one more time. Dive over as we axe. Lengthen, moving to that plank, knees to the floor. Opens your chest, drop the navel down, lift and arch. Exhale, press from your hands, downward facing dog. Walking forward, getting that breath more steady. Lengthen that spine. Exhale to dive. Inhale, rise, arms up. Hands in prayer. I will check those comments because I thought Anthony was saying something. Finally, Ferdi on the mat. Yes, we are there. Yes, we are there. Great, you're all here. Anthony, are you joining? Come on, you can do it. Let's work for Sun A. Moving those arms up. Rise and lengthen. Dive and over. Using that breath. Inhale. Moving slowly or with a little hop or jump into the plank pose. Choose your options. You can always bring the knees onto the floor. Keep the elbows along the side, all the way down or halfway down. Open for the back bend. It can be still that cobra position or maybe a full upward facing dog. And then slowly into your downward facing dog. Know that we have the time, 1 hour of sun salutes. So maybe in the first couple of rounds, keep it slower. Keep it moving with that breath. More important than those gymnastics handstands, right, Basiet? But we can do it. We can show them. Just funny. Let's work. So inhale, there is a heel lift. As we exhale, there's a bend of the knees, moving your hips back, but keep them up. Both feet stepping forward. It can be your inhale for that half lift. As we exhale to dive over. Open, rise, lengthen up. Let's work that Sun A again. Inhale, arms. Are we counting, guys? Exhale, dive. Inhale to lengthen. You decide how. Stepping, jumping, hopping, both feet to the back of the mat. You decide again, knees on the floor without. Open for that back bend. Rise. Exhale, downward facing dog, press from your hands. Are we warm? Are we sweating already a little bit? Using that breath, using that Ujjayi breath. Moving through your nose in and out. And remember, you can always come into child pose. You can always skip that vinyasa and stay in your downward dog. Let's continue. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, bend your knees, looking forward towards your fingertips. Both feet top of mat, half lift, lengthens up. Exhale, release the tension around shoulders and neck. Inhale, open. Follow up. Hands centerize. Inhale to lift, lengthen. Exhale, dive. Follow your rhythm. Inhale. Exhale, back into the plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway hold. Open, backward bend. You decide. Exhale, pressing from your hands, down dog. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. Exhale. Let's do one more inhale, maybe a little lift of those heels. Bend the knees, look forward. Both feet top of mat. Inhale, half lift. To dive. Rise in. Hands in center. Let's work again. Inhale. Are we counting? Dive over. Open for that half lift. Move those hands. Spread those fingers. Step, jump, lower the plank. Open the back bend. Shoulders moving back. Fill your lungs. Exhale. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths again. Deep in. Deep exhale. Maybe even close your eyes for the inhale and for the exhale. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Ready for an inhale, maybe a little lift. Create space. Bend knees, move them out. Jump, hop, step forward, half lift. Forward fold. Spread those toes into the mat. Press up, lift up, lengthen up. Exhale. Inhale, open the body, fill your lungs. Exhale, dive. Enjoy that rhythm of your breath using that inhale. Both hands down, stepping, jumping, lower the plank down. Open for that back bend, maybe already a little warmer. Exhale, downward facing dog. Include your thumb and the index pressing into your down dog. Maybe even spreading your hands a little wider. Optional to bend your elbows, create more space. And then use that breath again to use a deeper breath. Longer inhale, even a longer exhale. One more deep in. And one more deep exhale. Are we having an inhale to create space? Exhale, both knees out. Jump, hop, inhale, half lift, top of mat. Big toes are kissing. Exhale to dive. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, let's continue. Moving with that breath, maybe even smiling faces. Half lift. Both hands down, hop, jump, stepping, and lower. Open up. Exhale. Use your core to lift those hips up and back. 3 breaths. So strike a pose. It's that little competition we have on Instagram for that nice live photos of your home practice. Already 4 weeks going. Home practice. Hold it, working, keep moving with us. I know sometimes it's hard to find that mat again, but daily practice will keep you running. Good job, you guys. Let's start for an inhale to create space again. Exhale, bend knees, control your core. Step, hop, jump, lift, lengthen out. Exhale to dive. Inhale to root and rise. Fill your lungs, open that rib cage. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, let's keep going in that rhythm. Exhale, dive. Try maybe to close your eyes, to come even deeper into your sun A, jumping lower. Controlling the breath with that movement. Exhale, downward facing dog. It's that breath and that movement that we are connecting here in our yoga practice. To control the mind, control the breath, control the body. And wherever you are, in the kitchen, maybe in your living room, somewhere upstairs, maybe even outside. Enjoy keeping that breath going, keeping that control in that body, and maybe even controlling that mind, a little stillness while we are using that rhythm of the breath. Following by an inhale to create space. Exhale, bend knees. Hop, jump, inhale. Fold and dive. Inhale to rise. I will just count the breath. Exhale, exhale, center rise. Inhale, arms overhead. Just the breath. Exhale. You know the pose by heart. Inhale. Come in that rhythm. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just stay here for 1 in. For 1 X. Lift hips. Inhale. Bend knees. Exhale. Both feet, inhale. Fold, X. Rise, inhale. Prayer, center, exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Lengthen in. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, open as you inhale. Exhale. 1 inhale here, use that full inhalation. Maybe an exhale out of your mouth. Lift hips, heels high. Exhale. Both feet, inhale, top of mat. Exhale, dive. Rise, inhale. Center, exhale. Inhale, keep going. Use that rhythm. Dive. Inhale. Moving back, lower that body. Exhale. Strong arms. Downward facing dog. Are we still okay here, Mr. Basiet, Charlotte? Yes, using that deep inhale, using that deep exhale. Now lift and rise, bend knees as we axe. Jump both feet forward, top mat, lengthen out. As we axe, we die. Rise, inhale. Center as we axe. Inhale, open. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back of mat lowers that body down. Open chest, inhale. Down dog as we axe. Moving here for the inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Lift hips and heels. Bend knees, look forward. Top mat, inhale. Lengthen that breath. Exhale, empty those lungs. Inhale, fill up, open up. Breathe that air. Exhale, centerize. Inhale. Dive. Lengthen. Back of mat. Strong arms, strong core. Lowers those elbows along the side. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Press from your hands. All those 10 fingers. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Lift your hips and heels. Bend knees, look forward. Top mat, inhale. To dive. Rise up. I will tell you, we are halfway. Exhale. Yes, yes, yes. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to dive. Half lift. Hands down, jump, lower that plank. Keep the elbows along the side. Keep your chest forward. Open your chest. Exhale, press from your hands, use your core, and we are back in a downward dog. Enjoy a full inhale, and even lengthen that exhale. Prepare for your next inhale. Lift hips and heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Both feet top mat. As we inhale, we lengthen that spine. As we exhale, we fold. Open up. Use your core to lift the arms, upper body. Keep the core engaged while we press the palms against each other. Inhale to rise. Exhale to dive. Lengthen to the back of the mat. Lowers that body. Opens your chest. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And I will tell you a secret, guys. It's 40 degrees here. We put the heating on. We were thinking, yes, let's make it even worse. No, just kidding. Just kidding. It's a nice yoga temperature here. But yes, maybe next challenge. Good. The yoga teacher sweats challenge. Cool, let's lift the hips and heels, bend the knees, look forward, both feet top of mat. Use your options. Exhale to dive. Let's come back in at rhythm as we inhale. Hands in prayer as we axe. Inhale, lengthen and rise. Exhale, dive over. Half lift. To the back mat, lowers that body down. Opens your chest. Move to your down dog. One inhale here. And one exhale. We will do 3 more rounds of Sun A. And then we have a little surprise for Sun C. Lift your hips and heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Top mat. Inhale for that lengthen. Exhale for your dive. Open and rise. Hands in prayer. Use it. Inhale. Exhale. Rhythm of your breath rises your chest. Stepping, jumping, make that core strong. Inhale to open again, to rise and lift. Exhale to centerize the body again in that downward facing dog. And while we have that steady down dog, use your inhale to fill those lungs, lift your hips and heels. As we exhale, we bend. Inhale to lengthen and float forward for a halfway lift. As we exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more of A. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Keep working on that breath, maybe even longer breaths. Inhale to open. Exhale for your down dog. Breathe for that inhale. As we exhale, we bend the knees, we look forward, top of mat as we inhale and dive. Up and rise. Exhale, prayer. One more, right? Inhale, Sun A. Enjoy that last one. Exhale before we go to Sun C. Inhale. Moving back plank down, lower down. Open for that back bend to fill up. Exhale into that downward facing dog. Enjoy it for one deep inhale. And bend the knees, exhale. Hop, jump, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Centerize the body. Are we doing okay? Is it still having fun over there? Yes, we have. Good. We are still online, guys. Sun C, are we ready? Good. Let's start with the inhale, maybe a little back bend. Opens your chest, moving your hips a little forward. Keep working from the strength of your legs to lift the arms a little higher up and back. As we exhale, we dive over. Again, keep the knees bent wherever you need. This is a half lift. Lift your right leg as well off the floor. Maybe the knees are still connected. Heel towards your buttocks. As we exhale, big step back. Starting with the knee onto the floor, untuck your toes. Opens your chest as we inhale. Also here, you can move for a bit back bend, but keep working from the lift. Do not hang into that lower back. Keep that lift, keep the core engaged, keep that lifting sensation from your ribs. As we exhale, we bring the hands down, tucking toes, and move directly into down dog. Moving forward, it's your next inhalation for plank. Also here, the options, knees onto the floor, maybe all the way down or halfway down. Open for cobra, or maybe a full upward facing dog. Exhale into that downward facing dog. Stay here in your down dog. Get your breath back. Using that length in the spine, even your neck. Maybe a couple of times saying yes, saying no. Moving your head. Maybe your heels a couple of times, left and right. Jesse dog. And then we are ready to lift that right leg for a 3-legged dog. I like to flex the ankle, so it's a nice push away of the heel. You can always decide to bend the opposite knee, the left knee, but keep that right leg strong. The same with your hands, pressing into the floor. Both shoulders are equal. Elbows can be bent if you need more space. As we exhale, bring the knee forward, come high onto your toes with your back foot, and step forward. If you need, you can move your foot a little forward and then bring your back knee down. Untuck your toes, lift the arms as we inhale. Also here, first lift, maybe back bend as an option. Exhale, place your hands down. Tuck the toes, lift your back leg, feel the hamstring stretch of your front leg. As we exhale, big toes to touch. Inhale, arms overhead. Hands in the prayer pose. Ready for the left side. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe with that back bend, opens your chest. Exhale to dive, keep your knees bent. Inhale, half lift, lifts that left leg off the floor, heel towards your buttocks. As we exhale, step it back, knee to the floor. Untuck toes, lift arms, open your chest. Maybe that back bend opens your chest even more, but keep that length. As we exhale, place your hands, tuck the toes, moving down dog, lengthens the spine. Keep the length in the spine, rolling forward into plank. Choose your option for your Chaturanga. Opens your chest in that back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, you guys. Take your time here. 3 breaths in down dog. Child pose is an option. You can always skip those vinyasas in our sun seas and wait for each other in child pose or down dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend your right knee here, push the left heel away from you, keep your shoulders in line. As we exhale, come high on your toes of your back leg and step it forward. Inhale, arms overhead, rise up, maybe back bend opens just. As we exhale, place your hands down. Tuck the toes, lift your back leg, high rise. As we exhale, big step both together. Inhale, opens your chest. Centerize. Let's do it for the second set. Inhale, arms. Exhale, dive. Lengthen halfway. Right leg lifts up, opens your chest, and big step back as we exhale. You decide here with the knee on the floor, without the knee on the floor, opens up. Inhale. Moving directly into your down dog as we axe. Plank pose. Inhale, strong shoulders. Lower it down, keep your chest forward. Roll over your toes for that back bend. Exhale into your down dog, press from all 10 fingers. Breathe here for an in. And breathe here for your axe. Again, deep inhale. And deep axe. One more full inhale. And one more full axe. Lift that right leg high up in the air. Make it a strong leg. Push it away. Shoot it away. As we exhale, big step forward. Also here, you decide for the back knee on the floor, off the floor. Opens your chest for a high lunge, maybe back bend. Exhale, place your hands down. Lift your back leg high up as we inhale, chest moves forward. Exhale, big toes will touch together, kissing the toes. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands in prayer. For the left side, inhale to opens. Again, with the back bend is an option. Exhale, dive. Half lift, lifts the left leg high up. Big step, shoot it away. Open and rise for your lunge, lengthen. Exhale, move to down dog. Create your old joining, guys. Again, keep moving, rolling toes, moving over to plank. Exhale to lower. Rolling toes, lifting chest for that back bend. Press all 10 fingers. Downward dog. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Remember, this is your pose, this is your practice. It's all about your breath. So wherever you are, keep breathing. Lift your left leg high up in the air. As we exhale, big step. Inhale for high lunge, maybe again with that back bend to open. As we exhale, hands moving down. Lift that back leg high up as we in. Step forward, big toes kissing. Exhale, fold. Rise up, inhale, maybe with that little back bend to lift. Exhale, hands in prayer. Third set, inhale to rise. Back bend. Exhale to dive. Lengthen up, inhale. Moves that right leg up and then back as we axe. Open, inhale, maybe back bend, opens chest, challenge your balance as we exhale, moving down to your down dog. Enjoy that vinyasa or stay in your down dog, rolling into toes, exhale, lowering down, opening the chest, smiling faces, exhale into your down dog. Stay here and breathe. We are still connected with that breath, right? Still connected with the mind. Maybe even eyes closed. Starting again with that right leg for three-legged dog. Shoot it away, move it back, press from your hands. Exhale, big step forward. For that high lunge, enjoy that inhalation. Challenge your balance, fill your lungs, create space. Exhale, place your hands down. Stepping forward with your left leg high rise. Exhale, both feet together, big toes touching. Inhale to open, again optional to back bend. Move your hips forward, strong legs. Exhale, hands in prayer. Left side, inhale. Open, feel, exhale, dive, and close. Lengthen, lift your left leg high up. Big step, shoot it away. Challenge your balance to rise. Follow your fingertips up, eye gaze up, maybe back. Exhale, moves down to down dog. Again, optional to stay here or join me for your vinyasa, rolling forward. Exhale, lower down. Open the back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Ready here to deep inhale. To root those hands into the floor as we exhale. To release the tension around the neck and shoulders. Maybe even to close the eyes again because we know this pose by heart. To enjoy that rhythm of that breath, nothing else. Monotasking. It's the right leg again that lifts high up. It's the left leg up as we inhale. Thank you, Charlotte. That's why I have my PA, my assistant. Inhale to rise, arms overhead to lengthen. As we exhale, we move the hands down. Use that inhale to lift that back leg, to move the chest forward. Maybe come higher onto your fingertips. As we exhale, big step forward, big toes to touch. Inhale to open and lengthen out. As we exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale. I think we can continue with the breath, one movement to dive. Lift that right leg, moves your chest forward. Big step back. Inhale to root and rise, arms overhead. Follow those fingertips. Exhale, downward facing dog, stepping back. Plank pose as we inhale. Lower as we exhale. Backward bend as we inhale. Moving into down dog as we exhale. Right leg directly lifts up again. Keep your left knee bent. Exhale, big step. Arms overhead for that high lunge. Keep breathing and moving all together. Exhale, you're not alone on your mat. Inhale, lift that left leg. We're all together on Insta Live. Inhale to rise, open. Exhale, center. Inhale for the left side, maybe again with a nice back bend. Exhale to dive. Lengthen, lift that left leg. Big step as we X. Lunge, inhale. Moving to down dog as we X. Keep moving, guys. Inhale, moving plank. Exhale. Inhale to open. Exhale into your down dog. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Lunge pose as we X. Inhale to rise. Exhale, move your hands down. Shift the weight forward, lift that back leg. Inhale. Both feet together, big toes to touch. Inhale to rise. Exhale in hands in prayer. Inhale to lengthen. Let's keep going. It's all about that movement. The movement of the breath, the movement of the body. Even the movement of your blood moves through that body. Let's lift that right leg high up and step it back as we exhale. Open up for lunge, maybe back bend. Exhale. Keep moving with that breath into your down dog. For that plank pose, enjoy strong planks from arms and shoulders. Backward bend. We have 10 more minutes, guys. Keep that moving going. Right leg rises high up as we exhale. I'm just checking Charlotte for the right side this time. Inhale, opens up. Exhale, hands down. Lift your back leg high up. Exhale, both feet big toes to touch. Inhale to rise, back bend. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, opens. Exhale, dive. Inhale to lengthen, lift that left leg high. And there's that big step shooting away as we X. Open your lunge, inhale. Moving into your down dog as we X. Stay here or join me, roll forward into plank. Exhale. And use that rhythm of your breath. Moving your body from pose to pose. Starting again with your left leg. Big step. Take your time to rise. And exhale, moving down. Back foot lifts. Big toes to touch. Root to rise. Press your feet into the floor to lengthen and press those palms. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale. Dive as we X. Nice breath, guys. Inhale, lifts that right leg. Exhale. I can hear you breathing. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe still with those eyes closed, moving forward into plank, and that lowers the plank. Backward bends, maybe eye gaze up. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg again lifts up. Big step. We can do this. Rise for lunge pose as we inhale. Moving into our hands down. Lift your back leg up. Exhale, big toes to touch. Open and rise. Hands in prayer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lengthen, lift that left leg. Big step back. Open as we inhale. Down dog, moving slowly as we X. Plank pose, rolling forward. Lower down, strong arms along that side. Backward bend, lift your chest. Downward facing dog. Lift that left leg again. Big step forward. Open for a high lunge. Feel how the upper body is creating lift and length. Exhale, moving down. Step forward. Exhale for your fold. Rise up. Hands in prayer. We can do this. Keep going. Inhale, open. Dive as we exhale. Are we still together connecting? Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale. Just remember, everyone is moving here on their mat. Moving all together. Starting at Easter morning. Rolling forward and lower down. Nice back bends into those downward facing dogs. Lifting that right leg again high. Big step. Move from pose to pose. Follow your fingertips in a high lunge. Exhale, lift that back leg up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, core and center. For the left side, right. Inhale, open. Exhale, dive. Lengthen, lift that left leg up. Exhale, shoot it away. Open, inhale. Down dog as we axe. 5 more minutes, guys. Plank pose. We can do this all together. Lower down. Open for that back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Starting again with the left leg high. Big step. High up. Moving down. Lift that back leg high. Step it forward. Rise up. Center rise. Inhale. Dive as we axe. Lengthen right side. Big step. Inhale. Moving down dog as we axe. Plank. Lower. Open. Downward facing dog. Right leg again. Up, up, up. Big step forward. Rise. Moving down. Back foot up. Step it forward. Rise. Prayer pose. Ready for the left side as we inhale. Dive as we axe. Lengthen and lift. Shoot it back and step back as we axe. Rise and fill up. Moving down dog. Plank pose as we in. Lower it down. Rolling shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Lift that left leg. Exhale, big step. Open, control and lift. Exhale, hands down. Step it forward while you lift your right leg first up. Big step. Inhale. Can we do one more round? We have 3 more minutes. I'm not sure. Can we? Can we do a little faster then? Inhale up. All together, guys. The last round, right and left. Lengthen up. Exhale back. We need that 1 hour full of sun salutes. Moving into down dog. Rolling and breathing maybe a little faster. Lengthening and opening. Just enjoy that last round for that right leg up. Big step up. Forward. Open and up for a high lunge. Moving down and lift your left leg. Big toes to touch. Inhale. Yes, we can do this. One more time. Left side. Come on, guys. Use it. Moving forward and dive. Lift your left and shoot it back. Open up. moving into that downward facing dog. Plank pose, lower it down. We can make it. Come on, move, breathings, and moving all together with the left leg high up. Big step. Control that body.